Hi friends, it is time for day 4 of my Nutcracker series, and today I am going to be doing the Russian dance, also known as Trepak, also known as candy canes. So you can see I've got my nice stripy candy cane dress on, and I am going to be doing a style that I'm pretty sure I saw on the Rapunzel channel as the crisscross crown, aka the triple C. So because I want to get like that nice candy stripe look, so I'm going to be using 2 shimmeries. I'm going to be using this beautiful dark red, and then I am also going to be using this light silver one. If I had white, I would use it, but I don't. This is the closest thing that I have. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and get started. I am going to put the first shimmery on. I've got my Cloud 9. I'm gonna put it on at an angle with the ends nice and even, or as close to even as I can get it. It seems like no matter how hard you try it, sometimes they just come out a little bit off. So at an angle, just like so, tie in the back of my head. And now I'm going to do the same thing with my dark red shimmery, only going in the opposite direction. So once again, trying to get it on my head as evenly as possible. And at a crisscross angle, just like that. And I am going to tie it. Yeah, I'm going to bring out this side and tie this in the back of my head. Sometimes when you're doing a 2-scarf wrap, this is a good way to avoid creating too much bulk at the base of the neck. Okay. And now I'm going to be starting this just like I would for a zigzag crisscross. So if I were doing that, I would want both my silver ends on one side and both my red ends on the other. I think I can get away without needing to do that in this wrap. Oh, I've got a little bit of a bubble there, so I'm just going to tug this edge to make sure that that is nice and snug. Okay, and now I'm going to bring up, fold in the raw edges, and come up with my shimmery. Make sure I've got all my red nice and covered. And then bring that around and tuck it into my little pocket here. I considered doing this wrap with shorter scarves, with different scarves, so that I could actually have a white and a red. But because you'll see why, it's really important that the scarves be the same length or very close to it. And the longer that they are, the better this is going to go. So that is why I chose to do the shimmery, even though it is not necessarily, well, I don't have the white. That's really the only downside to not using that. Okay, and now I'm going to come up with my second red side. I'm going to try and cover as much of that as I can on that side. Bring it around, and same thing, I am just going to tuck it up and in to this pocket. There we go. Make sure that my zigzag is looking how I want it, and I think that is an excellent candy striped start. So now I should have a red and a silver that are pretty even in length. This one's just an eensy bit shorter. That's okay. And now comes the crown part. So I attempted to do this over my mini Bobo, and I didn't like the way that it looked. What I really want is, if you look at traditional Russian costumes, you'll see headdresses that come up and over the head. You'll see sometimes a really tall crown sort of shape called a kokoshnik. And so I wanted something that was going to evoke that. But I think that we can get enough height just wrapping with scarves. So now the reason that I'm not going to care if my scarves are on the correct side or not is because once I get them up, I'm going to cross them, I'm going to tie them, and then I am going to keep wrapping them around. So this is very similar to what I do. If you have seen my video, the fixing the symmetrical bun problem, that is exactly what we are going to do. And so it creates this little striped effect. And so for that reason, it doesn't really matter which end we start on. And then once I get down here, if you wanted, you could tuck your ends in, but I think that I am just going to leave mine out. It is also, with traditional Slavic dress, you will see with the headdresses, they have ribbons hanging loose on either side, and so this, I think, evokes that same shape, that same kind of decor really, really nicely. Okay, so there we have it. As I said, just an eensy bit off, and honestly, if that was going to bother me, all I need to do is loop it around one more time. Just like that. And it is going to look nice and even. So now I'm just going to go around. I am going to make sure that I don't have any fringes escaping. Easier to check in a mirror than in my viewfinder here. But that is it. That is the whole look, the crisscross crown. I will also link to the tutorial in the description box because I did not come up with this. I just thought that it was a really excellent way both to get the candy cane vibe and also that traditional Russian Slavic vibe. So this is the look from the front, from the side, back, and the other side. So I hope you enjoy it. I only have one more day of wraps planned for this, so if you have anything else that inspires you from the Nutcracker that you'd like to see me take a run at, leave a suggestion below. I would love to tackle it. Maybe I'll just keep going for the heck of it. We'll see. Until next time, that is a wrap for me. Thank you so much for watching.